Hey everybody, I'm here today to answer a car question that I see being asked very often. Now the question is, should you buy a car with a dual clutch transmission? Now I will be answering that question in this video. In order to answer this question in the best way possible, I have to first tell you the basics about a dual clutch transmission. A dual clutch transmission is basically an automatic transmission with two clutches but no clutch pedal. While you are driving, the car has already selected the next gear and it is ready to engage the next gear. So when the car is ready to switch gears, the next gear is already ready and it only takes a very quick amount of time to actually switch to the next gear. Basically, one clutch is engaged in the gear that you are currently driving in, and the other clutch has the next gear ready to be engaged when the car is ready to shift gears. It literally takes milliseconds to shift from one gear to the next, and it is definitely much faster than a manual transmission or an automatic transmission without dual clutch capabilities. The majority of dual clutch transmissions offer two driving modes. They offer a fully automatic driving mode in which the car chooses the appropriate gear and shifts through the gears when it feels that it is appropriate. And they usually offer a manual style driving mode in which the driver selects the gear and chooses when to shift. And that is usually done through paddle shifters that are close to the steering wheel or the gear selector that is in the center console. With all of those benefits in mind, it usually costs more. A dual clutch transmission is almost always more expensive than a manual transmission or an automatic transmission without dual clutch capabilities. So it basically all comes down to whether or not you want to spend the extra money for the extra technology and performance benefits. If you want a super fast shifting transmission and you don't mind spending the extra money, then you should definitely go for a dual clutch transmission. But if you don't want to spend the extra money and you don't mind the extra little bit of time that it takes to shift through the gears, then you should go for either a manual transmission or an automatic transmission without dual clutch capabilities. Basically, the choice is completely yours. It all depends on whether or not you want the performance and technological benefits that a dual clutch transmission offers, and whether or not you want to spend the extra money that a dual clutch transmission usually costs. And that's basically it. You have to actually take all of the factors that I've spoken about in this video and keep them in your mind, and then you can make an educated decision as to whether or not you should buy a car with a dual clutch transmission. It all depends on what you want and what you need, but the decision is ultimately yours. In this video, I have outlined the basics of dual clutch transmissions. I have spoken to you about the technological and performance benefits that dual clutch transmissions offer, and I have also spoken to you about the extra costs that are usually associated with dual clutch transmissions. Keep all of these factors in mind and you will be able to know whether or not you should buy a car with a dual clutch transmission. It's completely up to you. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.